Alright, so in today's post, I'm going to show you how you can actually turn your ideas, thoughts, or just brain dumps in general into actual LinkedIn posts that basically drive engagement, generate you leads, or whatever objective it is you're trying to achieve on LinkedIn itself, right? And the tool in this case that you're gonna go be using is called Magic Boost, right? And I'll leave a link in the description down below for you to actually give it a try. So essentially, all you have to do is literally just paste in whatever it is that you're trying to turn into an actual LinkedIn post, right? Let's say you capture whatever idea or thoughts through a tool like Yapthread, which basically transcripted your words into actual, text, which you then maybe like paste on this actual thing, or maybe you prefer using a tool like, I don't know, iPhone notes or some stuff like that, right? And essentially, you just paste in whatever idea it is you're trying to turn into an actual LinkedIn post. And by post type, I honestly recommend you go with actionable because these are the most profound post that actually generates. And when it comes to like the post category, now this one is up to you. You can literally select whichever it is that you want to go with, but my default mode is explanation, and my other one is basically nope, where is it? Oh yeah, striking advice, that one. Right now they used to have this one called personal profile, but they kind of removed it. I don't know why, but in general, I actually prefer this. And as you can see, these are some additional features that you can use. I generally do not use, and just click on generate, and as you can see, it's generating us our entire LinkedIn post. Now, one of the reasons I actually love this tool is that it actually formats the LinkedIn post in such a way that it actually helps the reader easily digest whatever it is that you're trying to teach them, right? And in essence, it's basically mimicking how LinkedIn users actually writing the actual post on the actual platform itself, right? For example, say take Rian for example. Oh, okay, this post is a bit short, so he might have not been an ideal example for this one. Okay, yeah, let's go with the LinkedIn corporate himself. Hopefully this is a bit long, but as you can see, it actually properly structured his post according to how users on LinkedIn actually digest the information, right? He doesn't actually just write it in freaking paragraphs and stuff like that, right? Now here's a cool feature that I actually want to show you right over here, which in essence allows you to copy your favorite writer's writing style, or maybe you have your own preferred writing style. You can actually use AI to basically do that, right? And all you have to do is just import a profile and just paste in your website URL link over here. Now I actually pasted a lot of these guys, so I don't want to overdo it, but essentially just paste it in, and you're gonna go through a certain process which basically takes no less than 10 seconds, right? And the cool thing is that if you have multiple creators that you just want to mimic that writing style, you can literally just individually change in between profiles. As you can see, the profile of this individual changed active writing style. You can also disable it by clicking there and there, right? Now here's one cool thing that I actually love, right? So in this case, the current writing style that we have mimicked was Uma's, right? And as you can see, this is a preferred writing style. Now I want to show you something else before doing that, but yeah, I just want to show you another individual or creator's writing style, right? And he is now as you can see, this is the actual individual that you're copying the writing style from. And I want you to just see the different in, I don't know, writing style, and basically in a sense like how accurate the AI is when it comes to mimicking the individual's writing style, right? As you can see, I just learned something powerful about personal branding. Here is what made me realize about killing your old self to make room for growth and stuff like that, right? Now if you don't really like the actual post itself, just click on generate, and it's going to generate you an entire new post. As you can see, it's doing its thing. Right now let's go back to the actual thing. Let's say in this case we don't really like the headline right over here, right? You can literally go over here and use some of the AI features, such as reducing the length, changing the actual hook, or regenerating the actual post itself, right? So you have two ways of regenerating it. Literally going here and click on regenerate, and if you do that, it's in a sense going to regenerate you an entire new post. As you can see over here, post 1, post 2, right? But if you were to actually regenerate it on the actual thing itself, I'm going to show you how you can actually go back between the original and newly generated post, right? So as you can see, you can't kill the old version of yourself without total commitment. Why? Because half measures do not work. Your old self is always fighting back and blah blah blah, right? As you can see, this one in a sense is much better than the previous one, right? Now here is how you can actually change in between the actual thing. You can, as you can see, current, this is the actual new post, original post, and it's going to take us to the actual original post. The same concept applies when regenerating yourself a new hook, right? It just generated us a new hook, or maybe let's say you preferred the old hook. Just click on that and it's going to change you back to the actual regenerated post or whatever original post it is you generate, right? So in essence, it basically collects all your history generated posts, right? So yeah, that's literally how it actually works. Now I just want to show you the actual thing that over here you can actually repurpose your YouTube videos or articles into LinkedIn posts themselves, and it's literally as simple as copying the actual website URL link, I mean YouTube video. And in this case, I'm going to be using Colorway as an example because his content is somewhat really good. I won't lie, really good. If you're looking for help when it comes to social media uptrends or just looking to grow your brand, then he is the guy for you. Now when it comes to this one, let's go with this video right over here, right? So I'm going to copy the actual website URL link right over there, go and generate that over here. Now the reason why I actually prefer using Nile instead of Uma when it comes to like the actual content itself is because in a sense I kind of believe that his writing style is somewhat better than his, but that's not always the case. I always like leave them separately, like, you know, this is how I normally generate most of my posts. I generated one using Nile's writing style, and I'm also generating another one based on Uma's writing style, right? Now whichever writing style that I generally prefer or I think might actually perform well or stuff like that is the one that I actually go with, right? So as you can see, I spent the last 6 months watching beginners crush it on social media, and let me tell you, it's not what you think. So that's the hook, right? As you can see, generally the same thing, but then I actually go on to basically scheme the structure of the actual post. Sometimes I read it, sometimes I don't, and I actually go about copying my preferred post, right? And as you can see, you can also add an image, video, and carousel. Now this is actually new because previously all you could do was just upload an image, but yeah, it's kind of cool. And once that is done, just click on those dots, add it to save if you want. If you don't, you don't, right? Let's go to editor. Now editor is where you actually have originally edited some of your post, or if you want to edit your existing post, right? So in this case, let's go to my post, and my post is essentially like your history folders of all the different posts that you actually generated, right? And as you can see, this is a lot. Now it doesn't want to show how many posts actually generated, but normally it actually shows you the number of posts that you have actually generated within a selected time period. But then I just want to show you something cool, right? So randomly okay, let's go with this post, right? The harsh truth about success that no one talks about. The pressure doesn't decrease as you climb higher, it multiplies. I've seen countless of talented people crumble because they weren't prepared for what success actually demands. Right now, yeah, you get the actual post itself, but then let's say, oh, I actually want to basically regenerate the post based on the actual prompt, or as you can see, post subject that actually used over here, right? It's literally as simple as clicking on the actual post itself, clicking on those three dots and click on see the subject of the post, and as you can see, it actually gives you the entire subject of this actual post, right? So let's say I want to regenerate it once again. I'm literally just gonna paste the actual subject of the post, and let's say, oh, I want to generate myself a new version of the post, or in a sense, let's say the post actually performed well, then you actually just regenerate. In a sense, you basically, I want to say, repurposing the original post. In a sense, you kind of get what I'm saying. Hopefully hopefully you do, but yeah, that's one of the ways that you can actually go about repurposing one of your best performing posts, right? Now in essence, let's say you wrote the actual post yourself, right? So let's say this is the actual post itself. All you have to do is literally just paste in the exact post you literally just generated yourself. Nah, okay, let's just go with her writing style in this case, right? So it's basically just me showing you all these different creators writing style, but yeah, as you can see, you can actually see the actual post itself, and boom, this is how you can actually go about repurposing one of your best performing posts into another LinkedIn post, in a sense, right? And in this case, we actually changed the creator's writing style to someone else's, which in essence, it's like a new entire post. So yeah, that's one of the ways that you can actually go about repurposing your existing content with this thing, right? Now let's say, oh, okay, I remember there was this one post that I actually generated, and it was about this, but like as you can see, it's a whole lot of posts that I have to go through, and you don't want that, right? So let's say you remember a certain line, right? Let's say pillars, seven pillars, and let's go luxury. Okay, yeah, here we have it, right? So I use the term luxury because I remember I generated a new post around this creator's YouTube video where he was actually going about these seven pillars when it comes to luxury brands and stuff like that. But yeah, the underrated truth about luxury brands, most people get it wrong. I spent years studying luxury market, and here's what I've learned. As you can see, the seven essential pillars of luxury, and that's in a sense how you can actually go about simplifying or basically researching your previously generated post, in a sense. I hope you get what I'm saying. If not, I'm literally sorry, right? But yes, you can see you can also publish your actual post directly from the actual thing itself, right? Now, to do that, click on this little thing over here, publish or schedule. It's literally up to you. And as you can see, let's say I want to schedule this post, I don't know, but yeah, you get that gesture of it, right? And as you can see over here, you can generate yourself new ideas based on whatever brain dump it is you actually have, right? Now the same concept actually applies. When I say brain dump, in essence, I just mean this, right? Oh, okay, let's say let's go back, right? So let's say in this case, this is our actual brain dump, right? So in this case, I'm going to go the quality of your, yeah, I spelled quality wrong, I'm sorry, but yeah, the quality of your questions determine where you are in life, business, and how much you make, right? So in this essence, let's say do that, and let's say I want to generate more posts based on this idea of brain dump, right? Just select your preferred post categories that you actually want to use. In this case, oh, here is the one that actually told you previously about the whole personal reflection thing, but I don't get why it's no longer available. on this side of things. Yeah, I don't get why, but yeah, you get the gist of it. Just click on generate, and it's going to generate you new idea post based on the actual brain dump that we literally just threw in, right? As you can see, how asking the right question can transform your business strategies. Why the quality of your question directly influence success in life and business. 10 rules of crafting powerful questions to elevate your career and income potential. As you can see, the gist of it just continuously generates, and if you go and click on use, it's going to redirect you back to the actual generating side of it with the actual prompt itself. And if you click on generate, it is going to generate the actual post itself. Now, I know I spoke a lot and really fast. I'm really sorry about that. That's just the kind of person I am when generating or recording my actual YouTube videos like this. So make sure to like and subscribe. Okay, I ramble a lot. Okay, so now we go into the actual hooks. Now the hook, bro, I don't really see myself actually showing you how the hook actually works, because it's, in a sense, it's irrelevant. Because if you want to generate yourself a new post, just paste the post over here, change post. It's that simple, right? So in this case, let's just copy this one from this post, right? This is the original post. In essence, it's going to generate you multiple new hooks based on the actual original hook itself. As you can see, different hooks. Now, the reason why I actually don't like it, because it actually screams AI generated, right? Because people don't really use the term mastering or achieving or elevating your journey, unlock your potential, boost your achievement. Like, these scream AI generated. I know this because I use a lot of generated post myself, or shall I say, back in the days, I would generate a lot of posts with ChatGPT, Claude, ChatSonic, every single AI chatbot that was popular at the time. I used to use it, and all of them would start with these kind of hooks. So I originally knew this post is AI generated, which is one of the reasons why I don't use the hook generator, and I personally advise you to not use the hook generator, right? So yeah, lastly, not really lastly, but inspiration is something that is, as you can see, coming soon. And personally, I don't know how to feel about this one, because I'm not the kind of guy that gets inspiration from other creators posts, especially with someone like me that basically runs two polar opposite businesses that aren't really popular on LinkedIn, right? So the first one being building custom AI chatbots for e-commerce brand, and the second one being repurposing video first content for creators. So that's not something that you would literally find inspiration from when it comes to LinkedIn, but yeah, for most of you, this is where you can actually go. As you can see, you're gonna get your own top creators over here. Justin Willish, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but surname Johnson. And yeah, you get the gist of it, right? And lastly, the freaking metrics. Now the metrics on this thing are just freaking insane, right? Now these metrics aren't really mine, because as you can see, we are using now over here, right? Now I don't really know why they actually think I am him, because I actually went through the entire process of integrating my account with Magic Post. Maybe it was when I was, in a sense, what is that thing? Oh yeah, copying his writing style. That's when it actually, I think it thought that this was his, but it doesn't make sense. But yeah, you get the gist of it, right? Now as you can see, this is all of his actual post, and somehow, nah, highly doubt that this is all of his post. It doesn't have 198. He probably has more, but yeah, in the gist of it, as you can see, you get to see the actual post itself, right? Now the cool thing that I actually love about this is that it actually shows each individual post with the actual hook of it all. So in a sense, in a way, I can actually study his hooking framework when it comes to like writing his actual post hooks. And you can see most of his posts come with image format, and I can tell you right now, this is actually accurate because I actually follow the guy. Likes, he on average like gets one about, if you know you convert it to the nearest tenth, I would say 200. This one was a bit off, and I don't know when it was actually posted, the comments, dates, and as you can see here, it actually follows a specific time frame. So basically over here, I would say he posts around about at 2, sometimes 08:30, and the list just goes on. If you click on next page, next page, next page, right? So I know some of you are busy, are like, bro, click on the thing, let's see. So if I were to click on the actual post itself, it's going to give me the entire post with the actual format, or shall I say image, that the individual actually generated. And if I click here, view save as templates, right? Now for those who don't know what a template is that if I go here, it basically in a sense allows me to generate a post copying his exact shall I say post structure, which in this case, like I said, is this feature over here. It's somewhat irrelevant if you are actually just copying the creator's writing style, like I showed you how. So yeah, save as template is somewhat irrelevant, but yeah, that is the gist of it all. Same with this one, click on it and you can actually preview the actual post itself, the number of engagement, and the list just goes on. Let's say you want to view the last 30 days of this individual's post, but in your case it's going to be your content, right? Because yeah, I just swindled my way out of this whole thing. I don't know why, I don't know how, it just happened. So yeah, it's taking a bit of a while to load. I don't know why. It is taking a bit of a while. Finally, it is done. As you can see, this is his previous posts. Click on that. Oh my word. But yeah, you get the gist of it all, right? And over here we saw the published post, right? Now this is what I freaking love, the freaking infographic. Now this one basically gives you in-depth analysis on your actual post and performance through your entire, I don't know, it doesn't really specify the duration of the actual post, but yeah, as you can see, the post format that this guy actually likes is image. Like I said before, main themes include content marketing, entrepreneurship, leadership, marketing. Themes in a sense basically mean the kind of post that you actually post, right? I hope you kind of get what I mean by that. Posting time, we actually saw that a lot of it is at 2. This is much more relevant to my time period, which is, you know, South African time period. But yeah, content type, promotional. Yeah, this guy promotes a lot because in a sense, he, like a few months back, he launched his new agency. Forgot what it's all about, but it's probably about ghostwriting and stuff like that. And as you can see, promotional, then 19% actionable and intrusive. And for me, because I actually used to get these metrics, actionable was run about like 80-90%, because most of my content is basically based around AI tools, showing you how they work and other stuff like that, right? As you can see over here, we have best performing post by hooks. As you can see, like I said, yeah, I think this is lifetime based, right? So because in the last 30 days, none of these posts actually got above 200 likes. So I know that, but yeah, as you can see, we just onboarded our 9th new hire in the last 12 months. Like I said, it's somewhat promotional, which is why if you go to the infographic, most of his content type is promotional. Like I said, this thing is somewhat on perfect, right? Characteristics of the best post: format, carousel, but yeah, carousel and image, post day, Monday, time, theme, content marketing, which is the one that actually performs the best, type, promotional, and hook without questions. So this in a sense kind of says most of his actual hooks do not have questions like are you struggling with this, that. So his hooks in a sense might be straight to the actual point. So this is completely different to what you might actually get, right? Then you have the post formats that he actually used the most. In your case, the ones that you use the most. Publication dates, as you can see, Mondays he actually posts a lot. Like he posted 294, Tuesdays 160, Wednesday 290, Thursday, Friday. So Saturday and Sunday, as you can see, he does not post anything whatsoever. Monday is when he posts a lot, Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah, posting times, you get the gist of it, and this we already saw on the actual previous page. And yeah, this is an entire overview of how Magic Post actually works and all the features that you're gonna get the moment you actually sign up with the link in the description down below, right? So if you're interested in trying out Magic Post for yourself, just use the link in the description down below. I know I repeated that not too long ago, but yeah, and it just, this is how I actually go about monetizing or making my own annual income. So thank you for using